More than 30,000 people are expected to march in Melbourne's CBD for Anti-Australia Day and pro-Palestinian protests this weekend, sparking concerns for the Australian Open. Live now to Christina Hearn at Melbourne Park. Chris, there are fears this could disrupt the tournament.
Yeah, that's right, Jane. Business owners in the CBD have been told to once again prepare for around about 30,000 Australia Day protesters for the Invasion Day rally. They've been told to make sure their businesses are secure and also that their staff are safe. This year they are also expecting pro-Palestinian protesters to join in. But what is of most concern to police this year is the plan for protesters to actually march through the CBD, but then onto here, Melbourne Park, potentially disrupting the Australian Open. Sunday, which is when Australia Day falls, is the men's final. Now, the men's final is not held till night time, but there is some concerns that there is going to be disruption to the tournament. Now, Victoria Police say that they're aware of the protest outside Melbourne Park on January 26, and they've been engaging with event organisers and they've provided information for their plan. So Tennis Australia has been working with Victoria Police to ensure there is no or minimal disruption to the Australian Open on Australia Day. But this year, Tournament Director Craig Tiley says there will be a full Australia Day ceremony at Sunday's men's final. Jane.
Christine, thank you.
Moving on, and 30,000 activists are threatening to shut down Melbourne on Sunday, likely disrupting the Australian Open men's singles. Malandiri, is it time, do you think, for pro-Palestinian protesters to park it?
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, we are a democracy. Whatever the rally or protest is, we enable that, we allow that, so long as it's peaceful and respectful. Police across every jurisdiction in the country know they have to be prepared. Rally organisers, whoever they may be, also know they need to consult to be able to have access to those streets. Come on, let's be mindful that these rallies, so long as they are held in a respectful manner and a peaceful manner, they are part of our democratic way of life in Australia.
But given how slow you were on the anti-Semitic crackdown,
well, we haven't been. You see, this has been interesting reading this from up north. You know, when we see that the coalition had no support for us, or certainly when they were in government, in terms of trying to reduce the hate that was across Australia through the laws that were being introduced. We've certainly introduced laws ourselves now in terms of the Nazi salute, in terms of doxing. We have done everything we possibly can within the parliamentary system, and the Prime Minister has been out there, Carl, and you're only repeating what the coalition is asking you to do.
I'm not repeating it. I'm just, I mean, if you make inroads and say this week, for example, that you're going to do additional things and you haven't done them before now, that means that you haven't done enough before that, right? As
we have to continue working. I mean, we have seen something terribly tragic occur in the last couple of weeks, in particular this week in Sydney. We've heard the Prime Minister and the AFP speak on what's going on in the country. These are new developments.
People don't feel safe, right? Okay.
The weekend of the Australian Open finals could be marred by large anti-Australia Day protests in Melbourne's CBD, threatening to disrupt the tournament. Live now to Christina Hearn at Melbourne Park. Chris, how many people are expected to demonstrate?
Well, Jane, business owners have been told to once again prepare for about 30,000 Australia Day protesters on Sunday to attend the Invasion Day rally, and they are expecting pro-Palestinian protesters to also join in. What's different this year is that police are expecting the rally to actually go through the streets of the CBD like they normally do, but then come here to Melbourne Park and disrupt the Australian Open tournament. So Victoria Police say that they are aware of a protest outside Melbourne Park on January 26. They've engaged with event organisers and they have provided information about their plans, and police say there will be a visible presence here at Melbourne Park on Sunday. The Australian Open for the past couple of years has basically ignored Australia Day. However, Tournament Director Craig Tiley says that on Sunday there will be a Jane.
Chris, thank you.